Welcome to episode 1 of Quick Tips with the Whiz. Today we're going to look at a very old saying in chess. It is, a knight on the rim is dim. We'll look at exactly what that is. What's a knight? What's the rim? What does it mean to be dim? That's bad, by the way. Then we'll take a look at a real-life chess position with like chess pieces on it and pawns, and we'll move them around, and we'll use this saying to improve your game. We are literally going to improve your game in this video, literally. Then finally at the end of the video, we'll look at when we might be able to move our knight to the rim without being dim. Very, very rare cases where that's possible. So if you stick around, you're going to see when you can move your knight to the rim and laugh like a maniac without being dim. Of course, you can be dim and do that too. But whatever, let's get started. Here we have on the screen a chess board. Let me tell you what the rim is. It's this edge, like anywhere on the edge, but specifically the sides, because that's really where you end up moving your knights. I mean, they start out on the back rank. That's not really the rim. So a knight in its starting position, it can attack 3 squares. Not a lot, which is why most people move their knights in chess. Out here, it's a lot better. But here's a move that's not so good. Why not? It only attacks 4 squares on the board. If you squint, you can actually count them. A knight in the center, however, counts a whopping 8, attacks a whopping 8 squares. Take a look. I have drawn this beautiful pinwheel for you. Memorize this position. Never forget it. A knight in the center, 8 squares. That is powerful. That is more powerful than your average bishop. That's why you want a knight in the center, by the way. Knight on the rim, 4 squares. Half as powerful. Half as powerful. This is why, don't forget now, this is why your knight should be in the center. Every knight should be in the center of every chessboard because of this rule. Now let's take a look at a real position here. This looks pretty real, but let's reverse it. Now we're playing the black pieces. This is an opening that I end up in a lot. I love this opening. It's called the Queen's Gambit. I'm going to decline it with the Slav defense, if you know what that is. Knights, the pieces move in this game. It's pretty cool. So I'm moving my pieces. This is great. Now in this position, I can't move my knight to its favorite location toward the center. It's blocked by my pawn. No. 2 options though. I can resign. Okay, 3 options. I can play knight. Whoops, I can capture my own knight. I didn't mean to do that. You can play knight d7 here or knight a6 here. If you didn't know this saying and you're a beginner in chess, you might be like, well, I don't know which one's better. I'm so confused. Maybe I'll move my rook. And then you're like, no, rook g1. Don't do that, by the way. So if you use this rule, you can see this is a square on the rim. It is on the rim. It is dim. Don't move your knight here. If you had to ask a strong player, ask 100 strong players, you're going to get 99 people saying that this is better, and the 100th won't even hear your question. Knight d7 is better, hands down, simply because it is not on the rim. And after you get a feel for this kind of position, it becomes a no-brainer, because from here, you can kind of move to squares that already have pieces on them. It's really great. Whereas over here, you can't do much. Simply better in the center. And this actually goes for any kind of position. Take a look at this, where you're blocking your favorite square with the knight. Anytime you have a position like this, highly favor moving it like in front of your queen or in front of your king if it's like this, versus moving to the side. It's just not as good on the rim. That being said, now let's take a look at the position where it might be okay. Oh, it's an empty chessboard. Okay, let me put some things on here. Let's say that I've got a Fianchetto bishop here, and for some reason, knight f4 would be a super good move. The only problem is it's illegal. So here, you don't want to play knight f3. Let's say f3 has a bomb on it, okay? So what are you going to do? You've got 2 options, knight e2, knight h3, but your goal is f4. You're really trying to move your knight here. In this case, knight on the rim, that's okay because you're going to f4. You have a plan, you have a route. So here's the rule of thumb for when you can break the rule of thumb. If your knight has a route in mind, like it's going here and then here and then here and then here and then over there and then there, and it's going to be so great after it's played those 5 moves, then it's okay to move your knight to the rim because it's got a goal in mind, another square besides the rim. The rim should never be your goal. Okay, like if you're forking his king and queen and a couple of rooks, I guess you can move your knight to the rim. Other than that, you need a goal. You need to be moving past it because you really want your knight in the center. A knight in the rim is dim. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.